Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your host, G.I. Jada of Successful Saturdays. Just have to take a breath. Just gotta breathe for a second. I'm so glad I'm here, though. We made it. Honestly, let me tell you, I had every reason and every excuse to just say F today's episode, but I thought to myself, what example would I be setting? And I thought to myself, there's someone out there who probably needs this information, you know? It's bigger than me. I can't let things get to me. So here I am. But y'all, it's been so crazy. It's been a crazy weekend, right? How's everyone doing? I do want to go ahead and shout out my last week's guest. Okay, Sophie's hair care product. If you missed that episode, if you missed that live, you can rewatch it on my IGTV. And you can filter my IGTV by series, so it's going to be the Successful Saturdays series, obviously. All right. Hey, everyone. Hey, Jazz. Oh, what? Dang, I don't even have my actual phone with me. My phone is not working. And I wanted to show you my phone case that I got from Jazzy's Boutique. You can catch that interview on my IGTV as well. And, oh, she said I look so cute. You know what? Thank you. Thank you so much, because I didn't have, actually I went and got my hair done this morning for the 2:00 original time. And I had it real cute, blown out, had me some curls and everything. Sweated that out so fast because basically our apartment flooded while we were gone, and the reason why we left is because the water was not working. The city of Houston shut it off, and when it came back on, I don't know, if the pressure or whatever, I don't know, but our toilet was just running water, and we weren't home, and they didn't know what time the water was going to be back on, so they said, but it came back on. And yeah, when we yeah, you saw me when my hair was cute, right? Yeah, I sweated it out because we had to move our whole master bedroom and everything into the living room. So I'm actually in Shiloh's room right now. I had to kick him out of here so that I could use his room because, yeah, there's a bunch of fans, like big industrial fans going right now. So this is like the most quietest place in the house at the moment. So yeah, that's what happened. It got sweated out because, girl, we had to move everything out of our master bedroom, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, there's a lot of things that have just been going wrong this weekend, but it's just a test. Like, it's just the devil, and I'm not gonna let him, get to me. So that's why we're here today. But like I said, shout out to last week's guest. So if you didn't get to watch that episode, it's on the IGTV right now. And I'm super excited for our special guest today. As you all know, we're talking about money. Okay, it's tax season, okay, stimmy season. So we're gonna go ahead and get our special guest on here. And I just want to shout out to my best friend Bianca, because last Saturday, we were in Vegas, and that was a really relaxing, much needed. It was just me and her, bitches for life, just chilling in Vegas. So and I got COVID tested when I got back. Like, anytime I travel, I get COVID tested, and I be wanting to ask some of y'all, like, have y'all got COVID tested? But it's none of my business. That's none of my business. But we're going to go ahead and get into today's episode. Let me pull up my stuff really quickly. Let me send a request too. But yeah, I don't think it would be fair to just can't.
Okay. All right. Wait, I'm trying to get a filter like you got. I want to be blinging or whatever. Oh,
I think you put some, but okay. See, when you put the filters on after, I don't know why it zooms you in, but you should be able to just zoom out by like pinching your screen.
I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it because then I'll just like ruin the whole thing. And while we got it, we just gonna leave it like that.
We don't need no more problems today, right?
I know, right? We don't need no more problems. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm not even worried about it.
But yeah, I don't know if anyone was trying to contact me. I never got my phone back on either. It should be back on Tuesday, hopefully. Oh no, mine is lagging. Come on now, Devil. We ain't gonna have this today. But we can go ahead and get started. You can tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Okay, well, my name is Lakedra Gordon. I'm the owner and lead accountant here at Gordon Accounting and Tax Services, which is located in Hallettsville, Texas. It's like a small town in the middle of nowhere. But in simple terms, I'm an accountant, and a lot of times people are like, what does accountant do, and what does the job entail? So in simple terms, basically we just summarize, analyze, and report financial data. I know that sounds crazy, but like basically for personal use, we do tax returns, or for business, we do like payroll, financial reports, and quarterly tax payments, stuff like that. So
awesome. And why did you choose this path? What made you want to be an accountant?
Oddly, I'm very fascinated with numbers, mathematics, just period. So that's kind of what led me to this career path. Basically, just my love for numbers and everything. And it's like with math, we only have one right answer. And it's like life's so inconsistent. That's the only thing that's like actually consistent. So I just love it. Just love what I do, basically.
And see, I need people like you because I suck in math. I suck in numbers. Like
everyone's like that. I've never met anyone that's just like, oh, math, great. Like, yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know why, but I just love math.
So, what would say are okay? So let's talk about Gordon Accounting. So I'm pretty sure you were an accountant, and then you decided to launch your own accounting firm.
Yeah, well, I just graduated my bachelor's degree in accounting in May. So previously, I had my associate's degree, and that's whenever I started doing income taxes. So like 2018, the beginning of 2018, that's whenever I began doing that. And then I had a job that was in a similar field. So that's basically how that just kind of went on from there.
And what has been like some obstacles that you faced with launching your own business?
The biggest obstacle is being a mother, I would think, because it's just like juggling everything, and then like whenever you start your own business, no one gives you like an owner's manual, like an employee or any no instructions. Just like, here, you got a business, now figure it out. So that's been the biggest obstacle for me, because it's like we don't have, like, being an accountant, you don't have like a go-to guy. You just kind of gotta learn as you go. So it's been kind of challenging, but it's like nothing that I couldn't overcome. But it's just like I'm just so used to having jobs in my field where they give me the task, and now it's just like I have to do everything on my own. So it's just like, okay, it's been kind of difficult. But now that I've been open for a while now, it's like a piece of cake. But in the beginning, it was so horrible because I just didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. So how do you like juggle it, being a mom and
really scheduling, and I have a great husband. He helps me with like everything. So it's really just having like that support, the extra support. And that's the only thing. Like, if I didn't have him, I wouldn't be able to do anything. And shout out to my husband, by the way. He's watching.
Hey. And he has his own business too as well. So y'all will see him on Successful Saturdays in the future as well. What would you say has been the most rewarding part?
The most rewarding part, I guess, just being my own boss, really. And like being someone that my kids can look up to, because like in my family, I'm the only one that has, went to college and completed college. So I feel like not only for myself, but it's satisfying knowing that, like even my older siblings and my younger siblings, they kind of have something to look forward to. So that's been very rewarding, especially being that my kids was able to see me like graduate from college and stuff like that.
Right. So let's get into your goals for 2021. What are some goals that you have for Gordon Accounting? Short term.
Right now, as far as like my short-term goals, I have I set a certain amount of like income tax returns that I want to finish before the tax season's over. So basically, that's what I want to do, and it's pretty. I mean, I think I like kind of shot too low because the season has barely, it's like trickling in, and being that they pushed the filing date back, like I've gotten so many clients, and being that I'm new and dealing with people's finances, I didn't expect for my business to take off as quick as it did. As far as long-term goals, I'd say I want in the next 5 years, I want to open up like at least 3 more locations, whether it's like, just in different, because where I'm from, like we're in the middle of like Austin, San Antonio, and Houston. So this is like my foundation where I kind of learn and build from. So hopefully like in 5 years, I'll have larger locations in the larger cities.
Yes, definitely. Like, and I know like some tax firms, they have like own like I don't would it be like a franchise, like someone could invest in your business and have their own
exactly
run one of the locations for you.
Exactly. Yeah. So ultimately, my ultimate goal is to process like and come up with my own software. Like I'm trying to be like H&R Block, TurboTax. That's gonna be me. Okay. So that's what I want to do, and I also doing income taxes. It's a very good, it's good revenue, and for people that's just wanting to start a business and stuff. So I want to give that opportunity to other people. Because that's how I started. Someone did a partnership with me, so I want to be able to provide that, opportunity for other people as well. So that's hopefully, we get there.
And I know you do have an app. Do you want to talk about that a little bit? I know some people, like, let's say they're not in this area, they want to use your services, or maybe they are, but they're just, COVID and everything. So you want to touch on your app?
Okay, yeah. So I do have an app, and it's very easy to operate and navigate. It's basically I just send you a link, and you'll have to fill in like just basic information, your name, create a user ID. That way, it just prevents you from having to come into the office. So on there, you can sign your tax return. I can send you information. You can upload your documents, your W-2s, and your ID, anything that I would need to complete your tax return. So then I basically just send it back to you, and you sign it, and then I'll file it. And so that way you don't have to come in. And we also offer virtual appointments as well. So, if you just like that one-on-one, while you're doing your taxes or whatever, that's still available. We can just kind of do it on Zoom. Because with the current pandemic, it's just so crazy. And a lot of people don't want to come in, and,
right.
And yeah, with COVID and everything. So.
Right. And I know that's on your website as well. So if you follow Gordon Accounting, you just go to their website. And I saw it under the drop-down menu. I went there and it was easy to find. So it's definitely easy for you all to find if you want to take advantage of that. So, but what would you say your overall impact, what is the overall impact you're trying to make on the accounting industry? What are you going to do to set yourself apart?
Well, I want to be global to set myself apart for one, but in the accounting industry, it's like no women really, and like where I'm from, it's just like if you're in college and you're a woman, you're going to school to be a nurse, so it's only like 5.5% of accountants are like Black women. So like just by me being young and me trying to start off, my own firm and everything, so I just kind of want to set like, a reasonable goal for every other person, especially Black women, that like to get out there and to try new things, and just to be able to see that it's very accomplishable, it's reachable,
Yes. And I love that. And I'm pretty sure there's people watching this right now, they probably didn't expect, for you to be the face of Gordon Accounting, you know what I mean? So, and I bet it's like pretty inspiring. So like if you are on this path, if you're into accounting and you want some advice or some tips, then hit up my girl, follow Gordon Accounting.
Anytime. I'm like more than welcome anytime if you guys ever want any advice. I'm the person to go to because, I started from nothing and it is a struggle, but it's accomplishable. So like anything that you put your mind to, you can do it. That's all.
And also, one thing I know everybody's waiting to hear is, a lot of us haven't got our stimulus checks yet.
Yes, that's another topic. So
let's talk about it.
I guess. Okay, so all about stimmy time. Okay, so basically, if you haven't received your stimulus check, basically whenever you do your income tax, there's a credit. It's called the recovery rebate credit, so that you can get your stimulus checks applied to your income tax return. it is very important that you, if you haven't done it, even if you like don't have income, there's some people that's even still getting their stimulus checks, you know, and especially if you're like on social security or disability, you didn't get it, it's very important that you go and file your taxes so you can get your stimulus check, because there's supposed to be another stimulus check coming out
Right.
here soon, so let's cross our fingers about that as well.
Right. So if you have any questions about that, you know, before you file your taxes, hit my girl up. She can definitely help you. And for those who don't know, like when is tax season start? When do they need to be filing?
Well, generally, it would have started already, but since this pandemic, the IRS has pushed the start date back to February 12th. So that's whenever the tax filing season will begin. But like, of course, I provide an advance for all my customers, so you can get up to $6,000 in 24 hours. Like, and you know that just basically comes out of your income tax return. So whatever you got going, because I know that just it's been hard. So everybody needs their money. So if you need your money, come to me. You can get your money in 24 hours, you know. I got you.
Definitely. So if you're just tuning in, I'm with my girl Kedra of Gordon Accounting, and she just, you know, touched on the stimulus check. She's touched on the tax season this year, how they pushed it back, you know. And don't worry if you're just tuning in, if you missed anything, this will be reposted on my IGTV. And go ahead and give her a follow so that you can stay up to date. And like I said, if you have any questions, you can reach out to her. Now, I have to ask you, because it is Successful Saturday. So what would you say success means to you?
Success to me would be just basically reaching, everyone has their own personal level of achievement, and basically like success is just reaching your ultimate goals. So everyone has their own separate goals and their own, you know, aspirations and, you know, things they want to accomplish in life. And basically success to me is just, you know, setting your mind to doing something and doing it and making sure that it's achieved. And, you know, it's kind of hard because it's like, you don't know what you want to do half the time, and it may seem like, you know, like, because I know like starting my own business, it was like, how can I be successful, you know? And then the main part of being successful to me is making like reachable goals, you know, goals that's accomplishable that you can reach, because you don't want to set yourself up for failure. And a lot of times people are going nowhere fast because they're just trying to get done. And it's just like, you know, there's no race to the finish line. Just kind of take it and just take it one day at a time.
Right. And that kind of leads into my next question. Like, what advice would you have for someone who wants to do the same thing? Who wants to be an accountant?
Okay, so advice that I would give someone that would, you know, aspire to be an accountant, it's accounting is like you learn from hands-on, so you learn from doing, you know. So like I would just suggest that you know be self-efficient, and self-educate yourself. Like I got a 4-year degree and I really didn't learn anything. It took me actually like doing the job, and it's just like, okay, now that comes to, okay, that makes sense now. Like they gave me the basics, but as far as if you want to, anybody can go and work as an accountant, but if you want to open your own firm, you have to do it. It's trial and error. Like you're gonna mess up, you're gonna make mistakes, but it's just you know, you have to keep going regardless of what. Because like I said, it's math. You know, there's only one right answer. You know what I'm saying? So eventually you'll find it.
And what advice would you have just, you know, for someone who wants to start their own business, like in general, whether, you know, no matter what industry they're in?
I would say to put forth your best foot forward every time. Don't doubt yourself. Self-doubt is like the worst thing. And if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will believe in you. You know what I mean? And then there's going to be people that don't see, you know, your dream, your vision, and but you don't share your imagination with simple-minded people. Okay, like, you know, people aren't going to always be on the same page as you, but don't let that discourage you. Like, you know, regardless of what you get, your dreams are basically accomplishable as long as you put your best foot forward. So I would just suggest to anybody that wants to start their own business, it's going to be hard, but as long as you want to put forth the effort, like, it's totally accomplishable.
Yes. And I agree.
Yes.
That was a great answer. And I don't know if there's
Girl, I
anyone
was
watching
practicing
this
all of this.
that
I've
has,
been practicing.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're fine. I didn't say anything. I was saying that I was practicing what I was going to say because I've been nervous. Like, this is my first time doing anything like this. So, like, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to say?
Well, I'm glad you got on here. Like, yeah, I love when people come on here and they tell me, like, this is my first time ever going live. Like, I don't know why. That just, like, makes me so happy because it feels like people feel comfortable getting on here doing this with me, even if they've never done it before. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and I try to do my best, you know, to make sure you guys are prepared. And I love it when, you know, people just take it seriously. They write down the answers to the questions that I send them. They, you know, they want to do it right. So I definitely appreciate that and appreciate you taking the time for sure to do this. And I look forward to doing more because once you come on here, like, you're going to be on here again, okay?
Oh yes, I'm working on something new. I have another business as well, so I'm gonna you know, once I get that going, I'm gonna put that in your ear too, so you can go ahead and have me back on here so I can promote that as well. I think it's like so great that you're doing this because, like, from where I'm from, we don't have anything like this where, you know, we can, you know, like promote our brand, you know, and tell people like what we're doing and all that kind of stuff. So it's really great. Like, I'm so glad that you gave me this opportunity.
Yes, and I hope everybody on here follow her. It takes, just click follow. Like, it takes no time. It's free, you know, and it'll benefit you, I feel like, in the long run. So, I'm not sure if anyone on here has any questions. I was trying to think what questions I have, but I guess I want to ask you, like, what are some frequently asked questions that you get?
Um, Frequently it's crazy because a lot of people ask me about like stocks and investments and stuff like that, and like I love talking about it. I just do because it's like, especially I find, like, you know, especially like certain people or certain people, they really don't know about it, so it's just like, you know, self-education, like educate yourself, because a lot of people think I'm going to invest all this money and I'm just going to get rich, and it's not, you know, that's not how it works, you know. And it's just like, as far as anything, like as far as stocks and all that kind of stuff, I would just suggest that everybody, like, whenever you're going to invest in stocks, you do your research. Please do.
Speaking of, how do you feel about what's going on with Robinhood?
I haven't even stayed up with any of that, so I really just don't know. Like, I
You
just
don't have an
haven't.
opinion?
Like, I'm telling you, like, this whole past, since December, since tax season started, I can tell you what's going on in this world, period. Like, I just can't. I'm in my office from like literally early morning to this afternoon, and I'm just like, what is she talking about?
No, I feel you. I feel you. Well, girl, it's crazy. It's probably good that you don't know what's going on. But I'm pretty sure if you were to like get off of here and just go look something up real quick, that you would
Yeah,
form an opinion very quickly about it and be able to
yeah.
answer any questions someone has.
Yeah, it's just like, this whole, since tax season started, I've just been like, everything's just going overhead with me. It's like chaotic because I started a business right when tax season started, so it's just like, just overwhelming, basically.
Mm-hmm. So I also wanted to ask, like, outside of like, I know it's tax season, so like, what do you do for the rest of the year, if that makes sense?
Well, as far as like the rest of the year, that's where I have like monthly clients. Basically, I work with businesses, so I would work and do their accounting. Like, I have payroll clients. I basically do their payroll, and then, you know, as far as businesses, you have to pay taxes and quarterly taxes. And a lot of the aspects of accounting, especially like larger corporations, they have to have monthly financial statements and internal audits and stuff like that. So it's just like, as far as like that, during the rest of the year, it's just basically just doing that, working. And then I do like tax consultations, and I also do credit repair, so that keeps me pretty busy as well.
Hey.
So, like,
Yes.
but tax season is basically like, that's my busiest time of the year, and the rest of the year after, it's like
You're
cupcakes.
busy with the normal stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, okay, nobody comes to my office, nobody's here. It's just like me, and then like, so yeah, I get
So
that a
yeah,
lot. Like, what do you do after tax season? I'm like, accountants work year round.
right, right. So if you have a business, if you need to get your finances straight, hit up Gordon Accounting because she can help you with all of that. Like you said, payroll, just your regular, if you have a business, you have to pay sales taxes.
Yeah,
So.
just simply like bookkeeping in general. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
think. Just bookkeeping. And a lot of, and then like even I have like personal clients, like individuals who aren't businesses that I handle their finances. And if they want to go buy a car, they're like, hey, or if you want to pay off your car sooner, I do things like that. Like, okay, this is how much you have to pay if you want to pay it, or if you want to inquire a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time. And as far as savings and stuff like that, like people come to me and say, how much do I need to save and how can I do this? And as far as my income and all that kind of stuff. So
Right.
basically financial advising and planning, that's like also what I do as well. So if you need help with like anything as far as finances, like I'm your go-to.
Period. So even if you don't have a business, you still spending that
Yeah,
money. She can help you spend it
exactly.
more efficiently.
Yes, exactly. Especially with stocks and investments and everything like that. I'm just like, and I've been working with Roth IRAs and stuff like that, just learning more so I can like, and basically provide that knowledge to everyone else because there's money to be made out here and just, lack of knowledge, and I just want to be able to provide that knowledge to everybody so everybody can become wealthy. Like 2021 is the year of financial stability, okay? Like, that's the goal. I'm trying to get everyone's credit right, everybody's finances right, so we can level up in life.
That is definitely one of my goals as well. So I need to jump on, take advantage of your services, my damn self. I ain't even gonna lie. And it's like I'm not gonna lie. I've cleaned up my credit, but now I'd like to build it, like open up more lines of credit, basically.
Exactly. And then
And
a
have
lot of people
business
don't
credit.
understand how it works. What was that?
And my business credit as well. I'd like to start building that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then a lot of people don't realize like business credit is like it's like off the back of your personal credit because like people they actually look at your personal credit as far as whenever they're thinking about giving you business credit. So it's really good that you have like strong credit. And a lot of people don't understand the behind like the technicality behind credit scores and why your credit score is that way. So it's really good to like because I provide free credit consultation, so you can kind of get a better understanding of what you can do to improve your credit. What can you do to raise your credit and keep it high, raising and getting better as you go along. So.
Right. Super dope. So like I said, I want to thank you again for coming on here, stepping out of your comfort zone. You did great. Like I know you were nervous and everything.
I
But,
was.
you made that flyer. Everybody was like, yo, this flyer is dope. They were asking me if I made the flyer. And I'm like, no, I didn't make the flyer.
Even
like,
Gigi was like, I was like, did you see my flyer? And he was like, I thought Jada made it. And I was like, I did that. Okay.
girl, I should have told them. I should have gave you your credit. But I thought people knew that I don't make I let my special guests make their flyers how they want them to look,
Yeah.
So and you did super good. And I had told one of my homegirls, I'm like, yeah, she can do your taxes and graphic designs, apparently.
I know, right? Yeah.
That might be a little another side hustle for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have. I don't know if you have anything, you want to show us or just anything you'd like to say or touch on that maybe I didn't ask you about.
No, I did want to go ahead and let everybody know that currently we do have 10% off your tax preparation fees as far if you schedule your appointments before February 15th. And then we also have 15% off for essential workers. So if you are, during the pandemic, you have to go to work or whatever, especially like medical field workers, healthcare workers, first responders, teachers, they all get 15% off. And that includes mobile app users and virtual appointments as well. So kind of everybody gets their free share of, savings and things like that. But other than that, I don't think I have anything else that I need to show or.
That's really dope. Y'all better take advantage of that, because with everything going on, you know, the government just wants their money. I'm not hearing like nobody else give percentages off. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes, and you know that you don't have to pay up front. Your fees can be taken out of your tax return. So that it's, you know, with the current pandemic, you know, finances are tight, and I understand that. So that way that we provide the capability of getting your tax return done properly, accurately, without having to pay a fee, you know, out of pocket. So
That's super dope. Well, there you have it. I like to thank everybody for watching, whether it be live or if you're rewatching on IGTV. Like I said, don't hesitate to hit my girl Keidra up, Miss Gordon of Gordon Accounting. I'm sorry, Mrs. Gordon of Gordon Accounting. And yeah, girl, we look forward to seeing you on here again. It's for accounting and for your other businesses as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you having me.
Yes, and like I said, hit my girl up, y'all. Follow her, okay? Definitely.
Yes, follow me, guys. I'm here for all your financial needs, okay?
All right. Well, you go ahead and enjoy the rest of your evening. I know you was ready earlier, but I cannot believe, like, literally as I was coming home to do it, like, they're running to the door too. I'm like, and then we see all the water coming out into the hallway, like.
Yeah. I know, I could tell that you were frustrated whenever you called, because you were just like, I know, because I was like, I really didn't know what I was doing, so I was just like, okay, let me call and make sure, you know, and then you called and you were like, I'm in the car on my way, and if you get home, it's just like, okay, we're going to have to postpone. I was like, oh.
And I was ready, man. I was ready, but I'm so glad we still got to do it. Like I said, I could have just been like, that's it, you know, but no, this is important information, and I wanted it to get out there, and that gives people plenty of time to get with you so that they can get their discount if they file before. You said February 15th?
February 15th, yes.
All right. Well, you have a great night. We will see you all next Saturday.
Okay. All righty. Thank you.
Thank you, girl. Good night.
Bye.